Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of My Kommunity. I'm here with my special guest, Amanda McGowan. Amanda, how are you feeling today?
Hey, John. Good. I'm really pleased and happy to be here. It's my first podcast, so let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go indeed, my friend. All right, so Amanda, before we get into today's podcast, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Amanda. I'm 32 years old, live on the Jersey Shore. I've been lifelong friends with John. Our dads were best buds forever. They ran Troop 21 Scouts together. They were both Eagle Scouts. And I'm really happy to be here to support John. He has a new book coming out and a podcast, and we're just going to be here telling some stories.
That's right. Telling some stories, the only way to do it. So our theme today is holiday, and I wanted, when this comes out, it'll be around the Christmas season. So
Awesome.
Let's get the Christmas energy going, Amanda, with your little Christmas story.
Christmas is my absolute favorite time of year. My parents always made it special for us. I mean, nothing crazy, but just spending time together, getting together with family. We would always do a big McGowan Christmas the Saturday before Christmas every year at my grandma's house, which was a great way to get the cousins together. And honestly, on Christmas, my dad would always just make it really special for us too. The memory that sticks in my mind the most is obviously, TBS Christmas Story is playing for 24 hours in the McGowan household. So, the Ralphie lines never get old. But one memory that sticks out specifically is that growing up, me and my sisters went to Thompson Middle School, and the Thompson Middle School choir every year would put on a Christmas show. So we would sing Christmas songs, do all this. And for whatever reason, my dad loved going to these Christmas shows. It was literally just middle schoolers singing in the auditorium. So I don't really know what's really too special about it.
Whatever floats his boat, right? Yeah.
For whatever reason, the Thompson Middle School choir always put on a great rendition of Carol of the Bells.
Okay.
And, the guys would come in and then the girls would come in. So I don't know. My dad thought this was really cool. And every Christmas night, he would call all of his buddies after having obviously a couple of beers, to say the least. And, we're all having a good time. And he would put the phone on speaker and make me and my sisters do the a cappella version of Carol of the Bells to all of his buddies, because that's what they wanted to sit and listen to on Christmas night is Ken McGowan's three daughters and whatever friends and family were in the room singing the songs. But nonetheless, apparently this is something that some of his friends would look forward to every Christmas night, is getting that call from Ken that the girls were on the phone and gonna sing, Christmas carols. And it would get to the point where some of the sisters would just, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore, and stomp up to their room. So some years it was just Amanda singing Choir of the Bells. Sometimes it was whatever friends and family we had visiting would pipe in. So, you know what? It sounds goofy. And, at the time it was annoying that Dad would make us sing. But in my mind, it's obviously something that he was proud of for. And looking back on it now, I'm glad that we kind of have those fun memories. Since he's not here with us anymore, those are the things that we kind of look forward to. And I feel like that's what the holidays are all about. It's interesting once you do lose someone so close to you that, they always say once the holidays come up, it brings up all these different emotions and memories and feelings. And I don't know, I never really understood it until losing my dad, that, the holidays, as wonderful as they can be for people who have lost someone close to them, it really does bring up all those memories. And, you don't want the holidays to be a sad time, but that's why, telling these kind of stories brings up the good memories, and just looking forward to what the future is going to bring to make new ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And these stories make him live kind of forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
These stories help create traditions for other people.
That's it, traditions.
And also traditions, ideally for your future family and your sister's future families, and so on and so forth.
And I love traditions, and I guess I'm just very sentimental, and I feel like the holidays bring that out in people. But I mean, that's why I feel like it's so powerful, just hearing a song or, Christmas decorations will bring up those kind of memories. And that goes for all holidays, not just Christmas specifically, but I feel like the holidays rock.
Yeah, no, the holidays are awesome.
Yeah.
We're both November babies.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, we were both ingrained in the Thanksgiving, Christmas season.
That's it.
So it was always a part of our DNA, for sure.
Yeah. What do you normally do for Christmas?
What do I normally do for Christmas? So, one of the things I like to do, Amanda, is I don't know if you've ever seen some of the videos. I like to play pranks on my family, and now it's become.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I've gotten Katie specifically, and I got to get her down the road. But as far as my parents, especially my poor dad,
Naturally. Oh, poor Nick. He's just too good.
So. One of the years specifically comes to mind where he wanted a TV receiver, and they're expensive gifts. They're like $400 gifts, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get him the gift, but he's gonna suffer a little bit. I gotta get him a little good.
Yeah.
So for those Office fans out there, I don't know if you guys remember the scene where Michael gives Toby the
rock.
The rock.
Oh, how could you?
That says suck on this. Yeah. And my dad is a big Office fan, so I was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I have the receiver box, and I fill it up all nice so it has weight to it, right? And after he unpacks it and he's all excited.
You see the joy in his eyes before it gets ripped away.
Exactly. You see the joy in his eyes, and it's just, wow. He's like, oh, it's a rock. And then he sees the little Post-it note that says, suck on this. And it's like, you played me like a bitch.
I think I might have to use that because that's just too good.
Oh yeah, no, I'll show you the video after the podcast, Amanda. It's good stuff. But there, throughout the years, I've done like a rotating schedule with my family for who I'm gonna prank because I gotta keep them honest. And the next year, my sister really doesn't like cockroaches. Yeah, I mean, I don't know many people that do.
Who does?
Yeah. But she really wanted tickets to this. I forget, it was some band that she was a big fan of. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get her the tickets, but I'm gonna put a cockroach in.
Naturally, there's no other way.
Yeah, and then so she opens the little like box, and it's like, oh, it's tickets to my concert, and then you just see the cockroach. It's like, oh
my gosh.
Yeah,
You know
no.
what? That reminds me of actually, it's funny that you say that, something that my uncle did to me this last Christmas, my godfather. And my godfather's not too much of a jokester, so this was like super out of character for him, but it's something that me and the cousins will remember forever. So for Christmas, I had asked him for a Fire Stick.
Okay.
An Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah,
I think that we were all clear what a Fire Stick is. So my beautiful godfather gives me the box, and now there's 25, 30 eyes on me when I'm opening up the present. And I open it, and it's a lighter and some fire sticks, like matches. So my uncle's like, you know, of course I don't want to embarrass him and make him feel bad, but like, this is absolutely not the Fire Stick I was expecting. So I was like, kind of trying to hide it, like, oh, like, thank you. And he's like, that's a Fire Stick, right? And I'm like, yep, these are Fire Sticks. And all of the cousins all of a sudden like cackling like a freaking band of hyenas, because they were like, you're an idiot, that's not the Fire Stick. And I'm like, shut up, I don't want to make him feel bad. So after like tons of embarrassment, and I'm like, okay, well, I obviously didn't get the Fire Stick I was expecting, he goes out and behind his back and pulls out an actual Fire Stick.
Oh.
And I was like, Godfather, I didn't know you had such jokes in your back pocket. And it was just a silly thing, but the whole room was laughing, and he made a funny joke. And exactly, he messed with me a little bit and played me like a fool, but it was another good holiday memory.
Yeah, no, because I feel like these moments really kind of make your Christmas your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, they give you joy, they give you laughter, and I feel like that's what the season's really all about.
Yeah, and also making sure that the next generation is kind of pulling the slack and keeping the family together and continuing with these holiday, you know, traditions and stuff like that, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So going into it, me and Amanda and another one of our family friends, we all grew up going to these radical St. Patty's Day parties.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, who would have thought that St. Patty's Day could be such a big event? But if you're a Mick, then it sure as hell is. And if you're a, fighting Irish fan, then there you go. But, yeah, our parents used to bring us to our other good family friend's house for an annual St. Patty's Day shenanigans is the best way to put it. I mean, let's be honest.
It was.
We were all freaking elementary school, middle school age. And they would shove 20 of us kids in the back room to play, rock band, Mario Party, watch Viva La Bam, all the classic stuff. And then they just got, what's the nice way to put it here? Obliterated. Dude, all of it and some of it, But it was just it was crazy moments. There would be freaking 35 of them around the bar playing an LCR game and the pots in the middle as big as it could be. We're all thankful that we got home safe those nights, John. That's all I could say. I think I was 16 years old and had freaking 9 people in the van just trying to get us home okay from the St. Patty's Day party. But listen, the bar was set pretty high.
Yes. And what me and Amanda were talking about is these kind of traditions, obviously, sometimes they differ or sometimes they change with time, but ideally down the road, one of our great family friends, he's involved with a young lady who throws big St. Patty's Day parties, and ideally down the road,
we better be getting the invite.
Getting the invite and continuing this tradition. We got to keep it going.
Listen, you bring the corned beef and the Guinness, I'll bring the Dropkick Murphy soundtrack, and the rest is history.
There we go. No, it's really the little things I feel like that makes these holidays special, and the people you surround yourself with, and those moments, right?
Yeah, and especially for little kids too. It doesn't have to be a big, crazy, exuberant thing. It's just the little consistencies of being there and doing the small. Even for Easter, for up until my family, like I said, we were big with tradition and stuff like that, and I think that's why I get so sentimental about it. And when you had brought up to me what topics could we talk about at the podcast, I was like, I freaking love the holidays. That would be great. There's so many stories that we could talk about. I remember the Saturday before every Easter, up until I was in my mid-20s, I was going back to my parents' house and dyeing Easter eggs. And that morning, Dad would hide them all over the place, or the night before. And every year, there would be one egg that we just couldn't account for. And then, by July or August, we'd find the egg. And that happened a couple of years in a row. I don't know why they didn't write down where they hid the eggs, but, you can only do so much. And even just little stuff like carving, jack-o'-lanterns. And until I was in my mid-20s, we were still going over to Mom and Dad's and doing that. And going back to Christmas a little bit, which used to embarrass me to this day, is, my dad was big on traditions too. And this was a guy who hated going to the mall, but I hated shopping in general. That's, which most dads are kind of like. But every year, the McGowans, the 5 of us, our family, we would go to the mall. The Monmouth Mall, which RIP is not there anymore. It's devastation. RIP. But every year we would go to the mall. And I honestly think that was kind of my dad's excuse to get his Christmas shopping done, I think. And you have to realize this was before Amazon was really a thing. And there was not really online shopping like there is today. During the Christmas holiday season, you went out to the stores and got your presents. The malls were packed during the Christmas season. This is the early 2000s. So, where it's kind of 20 years ago. And things are so different now, but it was really a fun time going to the mall during the holiday season. And what we would do every year during this mall trip was take frickin' pictures with Santa. And I remember it was getting to the point now where I'm 16, 17 years old and kind of embarrassed and don't really want to do this anymore, but don't want to be the one to break tradition. So I do what the good older daughter should, and I go with the family to take pictures with Santa. And now I'm in high school at this point, John, and lo and behold, I'm online and there's a group of my peers from high school walk right past me and see me online. Basically what you would see in a TV show. show. And like, they're like, not making fun of me, but I'm just like, yeah, like I'm too freaking old to be doing pictures with Santa. Like, this is humiliating. They're all there hanging out and, doing their shopping. And I'm here with my like 12-year-old sister online for Santa. But once again, like, you do what you got to do. And that's part of the traditions and the memories. And, now I have a story to laugh about years later. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's an important thing to look back on, because like I have a dark Halloween story in which I went around Monmouth County. And again, this is totally illegal, and I probably shouldn't say it.
I was thinking, I'm like, how much are we allowed to say on here that, like, who's listening?
I took the, how they had those please take ones? When I was when I was a punk kid, I was like, I'm just going to take the bull. Yeah.
You're one of those kids.
Yeah, no, I was terrible idea. And as stupid as I was like, me and my group of friends, after we took a picture and put it on Facebook. It was like, so let's just.
It was the early days of social media before we knew what could come back and bite us.
Exactly. This was like circa like 2008 or something like that. And now, like, looking back at it, like, obviously I was a complete idiot. Don't do this to people, especially the please take one people. They're being very nice. But on the flip side, like, it was a fun memory looking back. Like, and I treasure like those kind of stupid moments because they're your moments. You know what I mean? They're your holiday moments that people can't change. You experience them.
How old were you until you like stopped going trick or treating?
I think that was the last year.
What are we, middle school, high school?
No, I was, so that they're like, no, I was in high school, and the only reason we did it was because my buddy got his license, and we didn't even, Amanda, like, just terrible. Like, it got to the point where we weren't even taking balls. We were just taking
like decorations. It's horrible. It's like, who raised you guys?
Exactly. Terrible. Absolutely.
It is.
But I think I was 16, so that I guess 16.
All right. Yeah. I mean, come to think about it, probably, definitely in high school. That was probably about the last time. Yeah.
Right.
But I also feel like, kind of unfortunately, as we got older, like the trick or treating kind of died off. It's just different nowadays.
It is different.
I will say, when I moved out of Monmouth County and moved down, I live in Brick, and when I did move down there and bought my house, I'm in a great neighborhood. It's very working class. There's a lot of families. I was amazed actually and this was a couple of years, it was before COVID actually, but I was actually happily surprised with how many kids were coming out and trick-or-treating. So it was a nice, like, refreshing thing to see that the kids are still going out and not afraid to go knocking door by door and, getting some candy opposed to doing all like the trunk or treats that they do now. It just doesn't really have the same.
No, it doesn't have the same.
I mean, not at all. They're a little weak now. It's a nice way to put it. It's just,
So it's funny you mentioned that, because when I moved here, I did notice that we did get the trick or treat. We have even like a little parade in our town.
Cute.
And I was like, that's really nice, because I feel like for our generation, especially, I don't know, I always look forward to trick or treating.
Oh my gosh.
It was such a blast.
I mean, dude, I remember one year we literally hit 5 neighborhoods. Just probably, I have to also say my dad was really into Halloween, and he would always like have like the red rider wagon.
Oh yeah.
Like the little red rider.
Yeah, the red rider. Yeah.
So I mean, a packed cooler.
Yeah.
And we would just once again hit neighborhood to neighborhood. I don't know if parents do that nowadays. Because again, this is 1998, but yeah.
No, it was very special. So ending this note, especially since we are ending on a Christmas season. Do you have anything to tell our audience, or any final thoughts about the Christmas season, Amanda?
Listen, I think that, Christmas is just a great time of year. It doesn't matter, what your traditions are. They could be big, they could be small. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but just make it special for you and make it memorable for you. And whatever that looks like, whether it's music, whether it's making a lot of good food, whether it's getting together together with everybody in the family or just getting together with your immediate family. It's all special, and it's all stuff that, should be looked forward to every year.
Yeah. And also, that's not even fair that I labeled it as Christmas, because it is just an overarching holiday theme, right? Of
course.
That it is about togetherness and unity and kind of partying it up.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And you know what? I also think it's about like kind of reminiscing on what that year brought, whether it was good stuff and bad stuff, and kind of just looking forward to what the next year is going to bring and the hope that the new year brings, and the optimism,
Absolutely, Amanda.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all the time we have for today. Next episode, we'll be parting with Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.